AstroRabbit Gaming. Dun dun dun. Hey there, this is Corey for AstroRabbit Gaming, and yes, we do need to work on that intro, but that's okay. Today we're taking another look at Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we'll be flying over Sudbury, Ontario. If you saw our last one, we were flying over Elliott Lake. That's where AstroRabbit started out, but now I'm currently living in Sudbury, so let's take a flight over the hometown, right? Check this out. So in case you're wondering where Sudbury, Ontario is, I decided to do a nice slow zoom here on the old globe from the map screen that they have here for us. This is a screen you normally use if you want to set up your flights. You could also do it in plane, but you can check it out through here as well. But if we keep zooming in, still zooming, and there's Sudbury, Ontario. Northern Ontario, north of the Great Lakes. Here we are back in the hangar. You can see I'm using the old Diamond Aircraft DA-62 for this flight. If you noticed in the Elliott Lake flight, I like using some of the slower planes because it gives you a chance to see the area if you're just traveling around longer distances. There definitely is faster planes, but I like some of the slower ones for checking things out. So yeah, there's a lot of options that the game gives you. You could start up parked on the runway, or you could start all the way from your parking spot trying to get out there. So can't say I've spent too much time at the Sudbury airport to compare to reality, but it's not the biggest airport. It's pretty simple. So. And yeah, I'm using the real weather settings for the starting of the video. This is us on the runway now. We're getting ready to take off. Like I said, it's a good game. It's really up to you on what you want to do with it because it doesn't really give no real missions or stuff. You're not going to be flying around blowing stuff up and everything else, but it's a great game for flying around, discovering stuff. Right now, like I said, I'm using the real world weather. So I think that that's pretty cool. I had a day off work, so I decided to do a flight over Sudbury in real time. Normally when I'm working day shift, you can't do that because if you go real time, it puts you in nighttime, right? So, but don't worry, the video will skip ahead there in about a couple minutes. Show you the summertime, you could say, weather. If you recognize where this part of Sudbury is, give a shout out in the comments. Let us know if we fly over your house. That's one thing I've noticed too. If you zoom in really close on the houses, a house is there where a house would be, but it doesn't necessarily always look like the house that's there. They've upgraded some of the other cities and stuff, but smaller places haven't got as many of the upgrades. I know there's an upgrade for like New York that makes New York pretty lifelike even when you zoom in, but this, once you get up around 500 feet, you start losing it. It doesn't really have it as much, right? But it does do a cool job because normally if you're flying, you're higher up in the sky anyways, and that's when it looks great. The clouds look amazing in this game. You might notice a little degrade in detail from the screen capture and the streaming and everything, but so there you go. I'm guessing that's around the new Sudbury Center area we're flying over right now. Heading up LaSalle, that'd be my first guess. Yeah, if all this winter crap stuff makes you feel cold, don't worry about it. We're going to change that up in a couple minutes here for you. Not a couple minutes, a couple seconds, I mean. Just giving you a look though, seeing what the game looks like when you use a lot of real-time flying. And like I said, this is when you change up the weather, but still flying over Sudbury, Ontario. You can see Ramsey Lake there in the distance. A little bit of a glitch there. I was bumping the camera around. It's not the game. Just trying to see what other camera angles were available. Once again, I would be guessing that's the new Sudbury Center down there below me on the right, just passing by your screen. Wise to try to get my bearings. You know, with how much I lived in Sudbury, I'm probably guessing on a lot of this stuff, so. Yeah, flying around Sudbury, Ontario. So there we go. This here looks like we're coming out of the downtown core right now. Doing a little bit of a turn. Yeah, I believe this is the clip where we take a Bancroft here. Flying up through the Bancroft area. That's Ramsey Lake, you can see on your right. I was talking in Ellie Lake about the sailing I was doing. Ramsey, another beautiful lake for sailing on, taking a boat on. And you got, that's Middle Lake there to your left of the screen, almost straight ahead now. See bank around, coming around here. Got a water view off there to your far left in the arena. So you can turn up here, going up to the back end area. Remember when down below that, that was all blueberries and all that stuff, but so here we're coming up around the top of the Kingsway now, where all those box stars are. We got like Home Depot and stuff. You can see like 2nd Ave back there in the area. Now it looks like we're heading down the old Falconbridge Road, taking a look around there, over the new Sudbury area. I got a camera flip now. Give me a second to get my bearings here. If I'm getting anything wrong, you guys could all tell me in the comments. Sure you will anyways. This definitely looks like we're going through over the downtown area again. Last part we were banking off to the right there. Yeah, it looked like Middle Lake and stuff. Looks like this time we're taking a bit of a turn. We're going to go up the Kingsway instead now. If we fly over your house, give me a shout out in the comments. Let me know. Tell me, hey, I just saw my house. Or maybe you're from Sudbury, or maybe you moved away, you haven't seen it in a while. So if there's anywhere you want us to fly over and see what it looks like in Microsoft Flight Simulator, maybe you don't have access to the game yourself, well, just drop a thing in the comments and we'll definitely put out a video flying over your hometown, see what it looks like. So don't be afraid to reach out to us. We're getting some beeping and stuff like that you're hearing all the time. I was trying to fly a little bit lower, trying to get some different footage. The airline people didn't like me for that. So that's what's cool about this game. You can do a lot of adjusting for the graphics and everything else, and for the input coming in. You know, it looks a little bit different on this stream than what it does actually on the screen and stuff like that, but once you have this game pumped out in full graphic mode, you're definitely looking at something impressive. So there we go. Looks like we're coming up LaSalle here. We'll probably do a bank onto Notre Dame. Taxation Center, Pioneer Manor area. I think that's called Pioneer, hopefully. As you can see, you start zooming in, you really start losing resolution and stuff like that when you get too low to the ground, but she does look really nice when you're up high in the sky and stuff. You might hear a little bit of chirping in the background. That's my budgie Sweetums. She loves these flying games. Yeah, so I hope you guys are all checking out AstroRabbit.ca. We got a lot of other great videos. This is our gaming section that we're jumping on, but we've been doing music for a while now. We got a lot of independent music waiting for y'all, so make sure you're checking that out as we fly down here into the downtown core. It's like the Rainbow Center there on the right. Tom Davies Square, the whole downtown area. Not going to tell you where, but I think somewhere on this screen is where AstroRabbit's located now. So we're in that area somewhere. So here we go. It's taking up another inch. Looks like we just crossed the bridge there, so I'm guessing we're on Paris. Drop it around. It's a nice area because you always got the water nearby, right? So it may not have as much for bush. Not going to say Sudbury's the most scenic area in the world, but when you're out on Ramsey, it's a nice escape from everything. So it's nice having that nearby. If we're heading further out there. This might be the Four Corners area that I'm guessing that we're flying over right now. Looks like we're taking a bit of a hard bank here. As you can see, Sudbury does cover quite a bit of landmass. It's a decent sized city, so I start dropping stats and stuff, but I'm not going to start geeking out on you. We'll just let you enjoy the flight. Thank you for flying AstroRabbit Airlines. This is a pretty cool game though. If it's on Game Pass too right now for the regular version, and the regular version does a good job giving you a lot of games and stuff like that. As you can see, man, doing this little loop. There isn't much in the game for like missions and stuff like I was saying earlier, so it's a lot of making your own fun. But just while we're flying around Sudbury, this is for you people out there who have the game or you're looking at getting the game. With Microsoft Flight Simulator, one of the cool things to do is if you fly over your hometown or somewhere that feels more familiar, it really puts things into perspective for you. So later on in the game, if you do something like flying around Hong Kong or China or Japan or wherever you want to go, it really gives you more of a perspective of the size and scale of everything else going on in the background, right? So everything that you see, and so if it looks like a bunch of huge buildings, if you're in a small town, you'll actually more see the difference. So just a little bit of recommendation there for you. If you're going to check out the game, enjoy flying around the world, but take a trip around your hometown first. Put everything into scale. I was all doing some blabbing and stuff, and I think I'm getting a little confused on where we are right now, so why don't I just shut up for a second and let you enjoy the game. So there we go, I'm back again. So like I was saying, if you want us to fly over somewhere that you want to see what it looks like in Microsoft Flight Simulator, just hit us up in the comments, because we're always looking for more ideas for videos for AstroRabbit Gaming. It's one of our newer things. This is only our second video, but I thank y'all for coming by and checking it out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We always got new stuff coming with AstroRabbit. And if you aren't watching this on the website, you can go to astrorabbit.ca and check out all that awesome content that we have. So, y'all have a great day. Thanks for coming out.